Hello, everyone. This is Barry Vanover, and welcome to this week's management meeting. I want to go ahead and start with a message from Mr. V. Last week, me and Mr. Baker, we went to San Diego, and we went to Digital Marketing's Traffic and Conversion Conference. This was a 3-day conference from 8 in the morning till 6 at night with great seminars, great workshops, great speakers, and it was all about email, internet, online, social media marketing, how all those tie in together. So, our goal for 2016 is to bring the best online marketing to our clients as we possibly can. So, if we can drive the number of leads that's coming through to your website, well, that's just that much more offline marketing that you don't have to do. So, that's our goal. We also positioned ourselves with a gentleman that is high-level internet marketing. We've made an alliance with him to consult with us and look at what we're doing and organize our online marketing as well. So lots of cool stuff happening that I think is going to benefit all of us coming up in the next few months. In our victory section today, first, Premier Martial Arts in Hardin Valley, Tennessee. Last week they got 2 paid-in-fulls on black belt training memberships in one night. So, that's a $10,000 day in one evening. 2 families, 2 separate kids, straight to black belt training, paid in full, bought the equipment package, $10,000. Now, Aaron Hensley's Premier Martial Arts, got a student to go from the intro straight to black belt training, foregoing the basic program. Again, paid that membership in full. Derek Crowley, of Premier Martial Arts in North Carolina, he broke his gross revenue goal the first 2 weeks of the month and broke it by $5,000 already this month. So, brother, you need to raise your goal, Mr. Crowley. Let's take this to another level. So the reason I mention these victories in your martial arts school, these are ran by everyday awesome people. There's nothing special in that. They're not doing anything special. They're not salesy. They're not being overboard. They're not being tricksters. They're providing great customer service. They're building rapport with the families when they come in, and they're reaping the rewards. They're getting great results. They're just well-trained people in our systems. So, here's a picture of, if you're looking at this on YouTube, here's a picture of our program directors training. As I'm recording this right now, Mr. Baker's in the other room with, I think, about 15 or 16 program directors from all over the country training to get the same results as the people that I've just mentioned in our victory section. If you're martial arts school, if you want to double your gross revenue, you do that by increasing your in-house cash, by implementing the 6 income generators. And a lot of the 6 income generators, the very important parts of that is that very important position of program management. Now, if you're a one-man show, what that means is you have to be both instructor and program manager. If you're a school with lots of students and you've got staff, well, then you're going to separate those 2 positions. But it's a very, very important position to have. Also, I had a great visit this week. I've got another guest here, Jason Solis, here at the National Training Center. Mr. Solis is from McAllen, Texas. He's here with us studying and working on our S1X models. So look for some great things to come out of that area with Mr. Solis as he moves toward opening a chain of S1X studios. Moving on to our challenge section of our management meeting. If this is your first management meeting, we always discuss victories. We always discuss challenges as part of our normal structure of the meeting. So, it reminded me of the Bob Dylan song, "Times They Are A-Changing." And I think a challenge that a lot of school owners have is you don't understand how fast things are changing. You really don't understand the professionalism that some schools are getting, the detailed systems they're implementing, the results that they're achieving, and you don't really realize you're kind of caught in your own little bubble. You're kind of caught in your own little area, not peeking your head outside to see how fast our industry is growing, how fast our industry is changing, and the people that are doing some amazing things, that are multiple locations, that are, grossing large numbers, they're taking things to another level that you need to get on board, and you need to focus, and you need to make sure that you're changing right along with everybody. If we don't grow, what's the opposite of growing is dying. So you have to always grow as a professional. You have to grow your staff. You have to change. You have to develop. So I'm begging you guys, some of you that are maybe listening to this, to do a checkup from the neck up and see exactly what's out there and see and understand that some change may need to be required inside your business for you to take things to the level and have the life that you want to have in the martial arts industry, to providing for your family and leading a life that you could only imagine. But it takes hard work, it takes focus, takes motivation, and it might take you of really changing the way you're doing things now. You know, in our instructor corner today, I want to talk about drills. You know, drills are a very important part of a class. We have in our systems, we have what we call drill for skills. Those are surrounded by the 6 qualities of a champion: speed, power, focus, intensity, accuracy, and excellence. And we have drills designed to bring out those 6 qualities in our students' physical performance in their martial arts, right? A good drill doesn't have anything to do with curriculum. You're setting up a drill for your students to have fun, disguise repetition of what's probably some basic movements, right? Entertain and educate the students. So you want to have a drill where all the students are moving, they're active, music is playing, it's super high energy. The instructors are calling the students' names and congratulating them and giving them, kudos, and that's a good jobs and attaboys and so forth. But remember, a drill is not supposed to be stressful for the student. A drill is not supposed to be defeating for the student. It's to bring out the energy level and the student's best. So don't run a drill for the sake of the drill. If you see that a lot of your students are having problems with the type of drill that you're running, make some modifications. You can have the same drill and you can have lower belt students have a hard time with it. Upper rank students find it easy. So you want to challenge your students as well. So always change the drill, modify the drill due to students' belt level or their skill level and also their age level. Don't run a drill for the sake of the drill itself. The drill has a purpose, and it's to motivate, educate, and uplift the student's energy level in your class. Now, program directors, let's talk about you. Program directors, my tip for you this week is when you're doing your introductory lesson and you look over at mom or dad and you ask them, which one of these programs are best for you guys? They tell you it's the basic program or the black belt training course. Then you're going to go, great. I think that's the best program for your child too. Now let me show you the pricing of the program. You're going to give them another 2 choices because we always give people only 2 choices and we always ask them which one's best for them, right? So we're simply going to look at mom and we're going to give her the choice of, hey, mom, you can finance this membership if you would like. The total cost is this and here's how our financing works. Or, mom, you could save quite a bit of money, right? You could save quite a bit of money and save on your your service charge if you put the total cost of this membership, you pay it in full on your credit card. Mom, you can pay that membership off however you want on your credit card. You can pay it off as fast or as slow. Make your monthly payments as little or as much as you want. Pay the credit card company and save X number of dollars. That's how we get so many people to pay in full. But once you ask mom, which one of these payment options are best for you? You've got to learn sometimes to just shut up, ask for the money, and shut up, right? Don't keep talking. Let mom have that decision-making time. Look her right in the eye. We call assume the sell. Ask her which one of these payment options are best for her. Look her right in the eye and be quiet. Let her process the information and let her make her decision. Sometimes young program directors, young program managers, and I don't mean young in age, I mean young in skill level or experience. They just keep talking because they can't handle that uncomfortable silence while the customer thinks about it. The key is at one point you have to assume the sell, shut up, and let them do the talking. Let them pay you the money. In our management training today, did you know that the new data that has came in have the following 2 facts? Did you know that only 6% of all sales from the large companies, retail companies, 6% service companies, only 6% of sales are actually on the internet. Only 6% of the people's total purchases, like my family, your family, the average family, only 6% of their purchases comes from the internet. That means 94% of all sales are still in brick and mortar locations. That means they're still going to grocery stores. They're still going to malls. They're still going to hardware stores. They're still going to their local neighborhood businesses. As with all of the internet marketing and all of the sales of the internet, with all of the success of Amazon, still only 6% of sales happen on the internet. Now, let's take the next fact. 91% of people's discretionary income is spent within 5 miles of their home. So the money that people can spend, discretionary money, that means eating out, that means movies, that means clothing, shopping, that means activities for their kids. Martial arts lessons is discretionary income, right? Swimming lessons, all of those types of things, gym memberships, all of that discretionary spending comes within 5 miles of someone's home. So what does these two important statistics, or facts rather, tell us? Everybody, 94% of the people are still going off the internet to shop, and they're shopping within 5 miles of their home. Well, what's that mean for us? It means location is everything. Location is everything. If you're putting your martial arts school past 5 miles of your target market, which for me is moms that have kids 5 to 12 that have an average household income of $50,000, let's say, right? If you're not within 5 miles of those people in a nice visible location, you're already putting one dagger into your business, right? You're already hurting your business. It's going to be hard to overcome those types of facts. So location is everything. I challenge every owner that's listening to me to really take a look at their location and be honest about it. Rate your location on a scale of 1 to 10. If you're in an office park somewhere, or you're in a shopping center hidden away, if you're in an office park and you got to make 5, 6, 7, 8 rights and left turns before off the main road, if you're getting no drive-by business, no walk-by business, you can't see you, I would challenge you to think about relocating to a location that's going to set you up for success. Guys, in our massive marketing segment today's meeting, I want to talk about Facebook, right? And massive marketing on our Facebook. Here's a great concept to think about on Facebook marketing. I want you guys to think about the fact that it's so important for you to build your Facebook social audience. That means increase your friends, increase your followers. Sometimes you have to spend money to increase your friends and to increase your followers. So in our online Igniter program this month, you'll notice when you see that program that we have a cool contest that's designed to simply get more people, more target markets, more mothers to like or follow your school's Facebook page. Because once you're building up your followers and your friends, that's when we're going to target those people. We're going to gather those people's leads by certain marketing and certain actions, and then we're going to sell those people through our email marketing funnels. So this contest is a Caption This contest. So it's just a funny picture. We're asking people, they can win $50 or $100 gift card. Only thing they have to do is like your page and go ahead and in the message area, put in a caption describing that picture. So this picture here, you see this instructor giving a real mean look and pointing at his finger at a little baby that can barely stand up that's in a gi with a black belt, right? So it's a really cool picture that moms are going to resonate with. They're going to find it humorous, right? But now, once we're running this contest on Facebook, how are moms going to see it that are not already friends or followers? Well, you got to pay for that. You either make an ad out of it, or what I would do is simply boost this ad. I would boost this ad to mothers that are from 25 to 45, mothers that could have kids 5 to 12 years old. I would target the interest of these, and it would only go to women, which would make them, of course, mothers. And I would put in the interest area. I would search for people that have interests of moms of elementary school age children, shopping, shoes, fit moms. There's all kind of mom categories that you can pick that if those moms have interest in those activities, then they're going to see this ad. So, and you're going to spend some money. Spend $100 on this campaign over a week or 5 days. I like to do campaigns toward moms on Wednesday through Sunday, because that the moms that look at their Facebook every day will see it Monday through Thursday. The moms that tend to look at their Facebook more on the weekends will get Friday evenings and Saturday, Sundays, right? So this is a great idea. So the lesson here is you have to pay some money sometimes and get creative to build your followers on social media. And the next thing, Facebook is where our clients are, is where our target market is. Facebook is where moms are and grandmas. Now, if we were targeting teenagers, we would be probably going to Instagram. If we were targeting, 18 to 29-year-old females, we might be targeting Instagram. And I'm not saying you shouldn't do this on Instagram, but the majority of moms, for our purposes, are on Facebook, which is a good thing. They're all in one spot, right? So keep that in mind. Hey guys, in our announcement section, we in Austin, Texas, we're having a John Maxwell leadership training, actually by one of our awesome school owners, Mr. Al Garza, who is a certified speaker for John Maxwell. He's going to go through a leadership training that he learned from the Maxwell organization, and he has taken it and applied this information to a martial arts school. Being able to lead your team, being able to lead and be an example for your students and parents, being able to lead your instructors is so important. Now, this is only $299 per person, and you can register at lead.mamgevents.com, and that is April 29th and 30th, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. in Houston, Texas. It's outside of Houston. I think this one is going to be in the Dickinson area. You can see the address information here, and you can go ahead and get all the details and register at this link. Also in Houston that weekend, for the Premier Martial Arts Studios, we are having a martial arts training camp. Now, if you're a client of mine in the Leader's Edge program, you can come do training with us too. We're going to be going over our Krav Maga curriculum, our kickboxing curriculum. We're going to be studying and continuing our BJJ training and our Kali training. And you can go ahead and register there at PMATC.MAMG events. By the way, if you're a Premier Martial Arts or Leader's Edge client, you come to both the leadership training and the martial arts training. Your people and your staff can come for free. Now, me and Mr. Baker, we're going to be in Orlando, Florida on Saturday, April 23rd from 9 to 5 at the Sheraton Suites Airport there in Orlando doing our marketing and sales workshop. We've been packing these out everywhere we go. Great, amazing information. We surveyed a couple years ago the top 500 martial arts schools in the U.S. We found exactly what they were getting success for marketing, and which is a lot of the things that we were already doing, and we organized that information, and we put that into a training modules, and we're going to share that information with you on a powerful day of marketing and sales in the martial arts industry. You can register that event at mamgevents.com. Guys, it's springtime. Let's get out and let's put out some rack card routes. Rack card routes are great. Rack cards are going to allow you to have little mini billboards all around town. Rack cards are great because people will pick these cards up, they will take them home, and they will go to your website, which is going to increase your web leads. Every time we go out and we do a nice route of rack cards, we start getting an influx of leads for a period of time. And it's just good marketing to build your brand, build the top of mind. And look how cheap they are. 5,000 rack cards, $349, right, for rack cards, right? And you can get those at martialartsmarketing.com. In our featured content section on our website at Martial Arts Management Group, of course, your February online Igniter is there. Your March Igniter will be there right at the 1st of March. Plenty of time, a couple days before the end of the month, so you can go ahead and start using the online Igniter information for your social media and for your email marketing. March advertising and promotions is up on the website, so you can go ahead and start planning and putting out the final details. That information has been up there already all of February. We went ahead and put your March class management system up for your instructors to start reviewing your drill for skills for class and your life lesson program, the Black Belt Excellence program for your classes. They can start reviewing that information and printing off the Black Belt Excellence assignment sheets and the posters and things like that. Guys, in our studio event calendar for March 2016, it looks like this. Our Black Belt Excellence Life Lesson and your Mat Chat theme will be anger management in March. And of course, you go to our website for all of those lessons, and you can see the videos and the written lessons of those Mat Chats. And our Drill for Skill, our fun, exciting drill for your classes, has the theme of intensity. Now, on March 4th, we're suggesting that you do your Bring a Buddy, Break a Board event, and here's your marketing materials for that. On March 9th, March 9th and 10th, your Black Belt Excellence sheets are due from your students. Friday, March 11th, we're doing a Parents' Night Out. We always do it on the second Friday night of the month, and it's going to be Space Warriors is the theme. Now, this looks a lot like Jedi, looks a lot like Star Wars, but we have found out that Lucasfilms does not like us using the name Star Wars. Now, you can call it Star Wars. You can say Jedi in your school. But as far as me putting something up on the internet for you to look at, I'm using the term Space Warriors. You would think a company that big wouldn't care. All we're doing is help promote their brand and their image. But we have heard that a couple martial arts schools were using the Star Wars name, and that's a no-no from Lucasfilms. March 19th, again, me and Mr. Baker will be, actually April 23rd, me and Mr. Baker will be in Orlando. Going back to our March calendar, March 25th is our White Belt Buddy Bash. And that's where all of our white belt students are invited to a party, an hour-and-a-half party, kind of like a birthday party, but no birthday cake. And that's when the white belt students are allowed to bring any of their friends. So this is a great event, White Belt Buddy Bash. Your white belt students get to bring any of their friends. The white belt students get to know all the other white belts in your class. Remember, white belts have more referrals and buddies that don't know about your school than anybody else. Your brown belts have already brought and told you and gave VIP cards to every friend they have over the years. So we're paying a little special attention to the white belts to build more rapport, let them get to know each other and make friends, and allow them to bring their friends in while they're still white belts. And that's perfect timing for their friends to join them in the beginner classes. So White Belt Buddy Bash, hour-and-a-half party, just like your birthday party. Those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, I can help you with that later. March 26th, April's early this year. It's in March. On Saturday, March 26th, would be our annual Easter egg hunt in the park. Or if you're in an area where it's cold and snowy still, you would be doing that maybe in your school, maybe in a gymnasium somewhere. March 30th and 31st would be our stripe test. Guys, on stripe test, remember, stripe test is supposed to be special. You're supposed to be working all month long. All your students' effort, time, attendance is designed for one thing, and that's to show up at stripe test looking awesome. You got to make a big deal about stripe test. You always have to be talking about stripe test in reference to stripe test is coming up. I want you guys to do good on stripe test. You need to fix this before stripe test. You always got to talk about it and build it up. You know, kids will think that's just a piece of electric tape. It is a piece of electric tape if you don't make a big deal about it. But if you make a big deal about stripe test and if that event's coming up and letting them know that that's what all the hard work for the month has been, is right focused on that one day at stripe testing, then it becomes a big deal. That piece of electric tape becomes something really, really special. And then we're saying that on Friday or Saturday around April the 2nd, that Friday or Saturday, what is that, April the 1st, April 2nd, would be our graduation for our schools, every 3-month graduation. Now, on graduation, you can do graduation inside your own studio. You can do graduation in gymnasium or in an auditorium. The main thing you want to make sure is that you're making graduation exciting. You're making graduation fun. Think about it this way. I kind of make an analogy to basketball, college basketball. When kids come to class every day, that's their basketball practices and their basketball games. That big stripe test at the end of every month, well, now that's a tournament. That's like their regional or district tournaments, right? And then graduation, man, that's like when they're going to the championship game, and then it all starts over. So showing focus not only on attendance, showing focus on practice, but focusing them into stripe testing, and then focus them on having amazing graduation every quarter. Now, also, at your graduations, don't forget to really highlight your black belt training students, highlight your master's club or your elite program or your premier training students, whatever you call that next level up, because graduation should be one big commercial for to show the parents your different levels of students. You've got your basic students, your black belt training students, your premier training students, your demo team, your leadership team. And that way, parents clearly see the difference and they understand why their students should move from one of those programs up through all of those programs. And guys, that, my friends, that's all, folks. That is our management meeting for the middle of February. All right, guys, thank you so much. I'll talk to you in the next management meeting at the beginning of March.